How's it going today, ladies and gentlemen? I've got a brand new Nova video for you today. And yes, here we go again. The Chome has been back at it after like a week and a half of the Chome being calm, and normally that's not a problem for anybody, but after like the 8th month run that Chome has been on, a week and a half is a very long time for him. Little did we know he was just prepping. Just like Batman, you give the Chome a little bit of prep time, he'll release some of the most degenerate Discord messages you've ever seen in your life. And not only has the Chome been tearing up Discord servers here recently, he's also put on his nice little fedora, made sure to grow the neck beard out just extra thick, and he started his own Reddit page. Yep, the Chome is now a Redditor, and it is disgusting as you could imagine. There's so much wrong with the Reddit page leaks. There's a lot of messages that I just can't even show you because they're that degenerate. Chome is in nothing but nasty, vile chat rooms where people are showing off their sick pleasures, and the Chome is showcasing his even sicker pleasures, and it just goes to show you that this age regression of Nova's is nothing to do with his mental health. It's nothing like that. It's always been weird stuff. It's always been weird, and now this just exposes it. And we're not even done there, ladies and gentlemen. We have exclusive footage once again, because every time that I go live, the Chome makes a live stream right next to mine. He wants me to interact with them. He thought I was gonna be like Bloodspeth and call him and stuff, but you know, I just don't do the phone calls and things of that nature. So he got mad at me and just started like trying to talk to Bloodspeth. I completely ruined his night. He had no idea. I was just there to laugh at his gameplay and not interact with them. Yep, we have all of that in today's video, so let's just go ahead and jump right into this. So jumping right into this person, we'll just call him Glazer, a guy called McGrubba, posted about the Reddit Sir, and could you imagine calling Nova Sir? There's no Sir-like title that Nova will ever gain. He can't be employed because he gets fired immediately. He can't be a Sir like that. I can never, and I can only hope that he doesn't have children at some point, because that'll just be a complete and utter mess in of itself. So I don't think he'll gain it from that. And I just couldn't imagine him being a respected individual to gain the title Sir at any point, but we'll continue on. Nova says, one of my top 5 trolls. He barely missed the top 3 podium. You almost had him, McGrubba. You was almost on the Jordan Magic Bird level, buddy, but you just missed out. Who is on your top 5? Who is your goats of the trolling Nova? 5 biggest ops. And Nova says, Fakespeth, Solidus, Chin, Grubba. Grubba has really latched on, you know. If he was to give this top 5 earlier, I can't believe that Smokey or Kiwi aren't even close to this. And whoever the heck the guy impersonating him is, I have no idea who that could be. But a person we do know about is a person named Raven. Now, they frequent Nova Online's Twitch chat. The only reason I know about him is because, as I said earlier, Nova keeps scheduling his streams at the same time as mine, so in hopes that I show up. And we seen this person called Raven in there, and Nova was being flirty with them, and some people were telling me that they're in a relationship. Now, I haven't been watching enough of Nova's live streams to really have an understanding of that, but a lot of people have said the same thing. I think even Solidus has. And hell, this could be who this is. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll continue on. I just wanted to let you guys know about that, because Nova, he's trying to get around. The person asks, hey, wouldn't that be kind of cheating? I don't know how the caregiver thing works. And Nova's like, I'm polyamorous. As long as I have consent from my partner, it isn't cheating. Left hand. Do I have consent? Thank goodness, I got it. Basically pulling the Miss Lopez, he's pausing his South Park all over again. We can't escape it. And Nova goes on to say, well, to be honest, I'm not flirting back because of my partner. My Australian girlfriend is hella emotional, or at least trying not to flirt. I think that's what he's saying. There's like very bad sentence structure in this comment. I also learned that my South Park massager also makes a really good massage. My elbow is really sore. My elbow is really sore, and I'm using it to soothe the sore area. Well, that is disturbing. That is disturbing that Nova is finding so many uses with this thing. They found... Alright, so now guys, before I just read this, I've got to inform you a little bit. This is Nova talking about his mom's foot. This is apparently what happened. It's Nova. He's an unreliable narrator. He's probably saying some things to this person to make himself look a tad bit better, but this is the most information we've got on what actually happened to Nova's mom's foot, and it's kind of what we already expected. They found bacteria where she got her foot amputated. Oh no, how could that happen? And Nova follows up with, I know, it's not my fault, but mom got rushed to the ER. Really taking the blame off of himself right there. Like, hey, what happened here, Nova? Is everything okay? Trust me, it's not my fault. It's not because I refuse to clean the heap. It's not because I refuse to take care of her in any way whatsoever. You know, sometimes just let her lay in the gravel. Sometimes I just let the Uber driver push her into the car. Listen, it's a big hassle. But, you know, trust me, she's gonna be just fine. She's been in rehab for the past month. She couldn't have gained it from that. So, Chome, what do you think occurred? She lives in the heap. It's classified as a dump on Google, literally. So she's got this from staying in a pigsty that you refuse to clean. You're the only well-bodied person in that house. As insane as it is to say out loud, it's just you. Just you. You're the person who has to clean this place up. You don't have the money to buy a helper. You don't have that. Your aunt is elderly as well, and she's coming in and trying her best, and you're sitting here giving excuses to your Discord kittens of why it can't be your fault. She was in rehab for the past month, so, it couldn't be that. Well, just using some logic here, then it's probably from the heap, or something stemming from the heap. So we'll continue on. Thing is, if they know that your mom lives in a bad condition, this is what the girl was saying to the Chome, is there a chance she gets sent off to another place? And I think there is a chance that could happen, because the Chome is just literally given no care to this person. Either we stop getting leaks about this conversation, or they just moved on eventually. And Glazer says, my biggest dream someday is to be in a Moist Critical video, low-key. And Nova says, for me, it's my second biggest nightmare. And you know what his first biggest nightmare is. It's either being homeless or being, you know, caught up in a sting. I don't see it being anything otherwise. Okay, so wait, this is an entirely different person. I guess we got so many leaks. I was confusing people. So we got someone else. Delulu over here, not Delulu Chew. The Chome would love if he was talking to the big toe. It's true and honest, but nope, it's just Lulu. Yeah, heard there is another protest coming around your place. Is it because of that? I have no idea what they're talking about. I mean, you can't blame the fellows. They hate Bloodsped just like you, so W them, I guess? It's not me and them have a common enemy, it's me and Fakespeth have a common enemy. So now he's taken his biggest villain side. It's like Superman and Lex Luthor teaming up. They've got to fight off Brainiac one way or the other. We've got to stop these dastardly teens from coming to the Chome's house. And Nova, I've got two solutions for you. And I definitely made that reference because he's got the Supergirl pic. I've got two solutions for you. I guess you can either turn yourself in, you know, take the hard drive over to the FBI, just get this over with, or get off the internet, take the brunt of the takeovers, and just never pop back up. And you probably got a reasonable solution to get out of all of this. Look at Cyrax. He has been despised on the internet far longer than you have. I mean, you're making a run for your money of how much you're like Cyrax, but in all reality, he's been disliked far longer. Nobody knows what he's really been up to for the past 3 months. It's entirely possible for you to do the same thing, but he won't. And this is also why the Chome can't get off the internet. We got now a message with Glazer again, where the Chome is flirting with her. They're being weird in chats. What do you think would help, Mithy? And she's like, you tell me, what do you desire? Or what do you want to show me? Oh my goodness. As you can probably suspect, it gets very degenerate in the next couple Discord messages. So we're going to have to move on. Like the great Dustin Poirier has said, it's going to be bad if I continue to show these to you guys. So if you want, I don't know why, but you can go over to Solidus Nova's Twitter and check the rest out. The ones that are a little too bad for YouTube. So we're going to continue on with this part. Nova is throwing out his badge of honor. You know, he's really proud of himself. He's been following this tradition for the last couple of weeks. I make sure everyone is over 18 before I talk to them. Congratulations, Chome. You have finally now reached adulthood. It took you like 3 years into it for you to get the idea, and I'm pretty sure you're lying right now. But, you know, he's taking a step in the right direction. Right, ladies and gentlemen? Can we trust him? No, dude, never trust the Chome. And then this person says, why? Because you have issues with them or something like that? That's a red flag. And they're basically playing the Chome, and you're going to be shocked. Actually, you're not going to be shocked at how the Chome responds to this, because just with a little bit of prodding, the Chome immediately backtracks on all of that by telling this person that, hey, you know, I just say that right now because I have to. All of the allegations against me, they're just bullshit. And Glazer asks, how can I assure you I can make you find ways to clear your name? Have you talked about these bad things directly, making videos to show evidence on the fact that you're not a bad guy? And trust me, the Chome might just be a bad guy. Like, that would be a great start. And Nova's like, not AI, but a sock account made to look like mine, which can easily be proven by IP tracing. So Nova is now saying that all of the bad stuff that's happened to him was by IP tracing. It wasn't AI anymore. That's not the case. It's just all sock puppet accounts. And this person continues to push him like, hey, you know, all of these red flags, you know, I think you should be able to talk to whoever you want, Chome. Just tell me some of the proof, right? Tell me why I should believe you. And they're like, prove it to me, come on. And the Chome hits him with the classic, oh my goodness, my phone needs a charge. Basically saying, hey, I've got to talk to a Discord kitten who's more supportive of my feelings right now. But either way, the Chome comes back like 20 minutes later, it seems. I did have some evidence, but it's been lost. Of course it has, because there is no evidence. You can just go watch the Chome files, or I believe they're called the Nova files, and you immediately know who this guy is. Nova is one of the worst people on the internet, one of the most degenerate, and he sits there like a true criminal and says that all of it's fake, it's not real, and don't believe your own eyes. Believe me, one of the most unreliable narrators on the internet. And this is what he's trying to do to this person, Glazer. So you're not going to get me, Chome, when you're saying, I mean, this evidence can immediately wipe everything. Well, then if you've got the evidence that would just poof, vanish this all like Thanos snap it out of existence, then why don't you do it? Who would take this amount of scrutiny when you have nothing but proof on your hands? And she's like, well, then do it. And he's like, it was in my old server. Like, what old server could you be talking about, Chome? You have like 50 of them that I know about that's been lost, you've abandoned, and now it's like, it's in one of the old ones. Trust me on this. One of my old Bloodbath hater accounts. The Chome can literally only lie. It's the only thing that he has left. He's completely destroyed his reputation so much that if he doesn't lie and lie to these people, then they won't talk to him whatsoever. They'll know that he's a super creeper before they ever get into real conversation. The Chome just has to sit there and hope that these people don't watch a single video on him. I mean, just look at these next lies. Alright, next thing I want to talk about is the Alice stuff. And Nova says, as soon as I found out she was UTTP, I cut ties. She lied about her whole persona. That is just not the case whatsoever. Nova was hanging out with those people. As soon as he figured out Alice was chilling with them, well, so was Nova. The only reason that he left is because they started blackmailing him, and he was like, wow, these people are crazy. But Nova would sit there in their Discord channels watching very degenerate stuff with them, hanging out with Alice, talking about strange stuff. Don't get it twisted. These were Chome's friends, and he would have been riding with them right now if they didn't turn on him. And he would be talking to Alice right now if she didn't turn on him. Out of all of the girls that have talked to Nova that we've known about, Alice has been his favorite. Alice did everything that Nova wanted. She had a shrine dedicated to him. She would send him Dr. Pepper, Fanta, and a little bit of a surprise. every now and then. Nova loved Alice. He probably hates to this day that she left. He even tried to get the AI assistant girl to become the new Alice. And even this Glazer person calls out Nova for lying. She said like in a Bloodspeth thing, you two still had contact a while after that event though. I do my research nicely. I'm surprised Nova even continued this conversation whatsoever. She lied bad, but bad too of yours for not seeing the signs, guilty of being betrayed. Okay, well, I guess she didn't see it completely. I mean, she just allowed Nova to slide on that one, but I don't know if this is a troll or Raven. I'm incredibly confused, to be honest with you guys, but it's someone talking to Nova, so I guess they have that in common. But now, guys, we're going to be finishing up the Discord leaks for today. We got at least 2 or 3 more, and this one absolutely blew my mind when I read it, because I'm fairly used to the Chome's degeneracy. Not much surprises me when it comes to him, but him sitting here saying, I personally think taking care of them, he's talking about elderly parents right now, when they get older is a way of payment for taking care of us when we were young, if you get what I mean. That may have sounded wrong. No, Chome, you made it sound wrong. I mean, I completely picked up what you was putting down at the start, and then you had to like Chris chant it up, you weirdo. Like, no, I understood what you were getting at. Everybody should have like this kind of mindset, right? You know, I should take care of my parents when I get older because they took care of me, you know, if your parents were good to you and things of that nature. But Chome wouldn't do anything like that. His mom is elderly right now, currently as we're speaking, and he's just letting her rot away. He's just lying to this person over and over again and trying to make himself sound good. There's no way you can sound good when your mom is literally sitting in there. Chome, please help me, Chome. Not now, mother. I'm speaking to my Discord kittens. You're gonna have to wait. The dude's literally sitting in there praying to God that she goes to rehab for another month so he doesn't have to deal with her. This is just a load of bull by the Chome. And another load of bull is the Nova like, oh, and to the people saying I don't have harassment files on list, here you go, buddy boy, the harassment files. So yes, there it is, guys, the harassment files. It's just a picture, obviously AI generated, and that's about it. And you know what, to be honest with you, I think that's the most effort Chome has put in a while. And I think this is where we'll finish off because, you know, of course we should finish off with this. An effing social worker is coming by the house. Can you believe this? And Glazer says, how is that bad? And you know, if you was a normal person who, like, someone like that was coming over your house, like, huge problem, right? I mean, it's an annoyance, you're upset about it, but you know, when they get here, there'll be no problems whatsoever. But still yet, it can be annoying, but the Chome is shook up. He's like, oh no, this might be game over. You know he's not concerned about his mom, he's concerned about being homeless, because he's got about a good, let's say, 2 or 3 weeks in there before they can dim it, and he's out on the streets again, and he'll be posting Reddit messages just like this. Why do I feel like crying for no reason? Except you can take away the no in that sentence and he'll have a damn good reason. And you know, Chome, I can't really tell you why you feel that way. It's a shame, but I imagine that's just like your soul screaming out to you, realizing what you've done with your life and just wanting to live like a normal one, but you won't allow it. Yes, guys, we're now on the leaked Nova Reddit. And if you guys don't know, Nova had very many questions for these people. Mainly, what did some fluids taste like? He was very curious about that, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. I don't think his girlfriend would like it too much. I mean, him and his left and right hand are going to have a serious conversation about this. Nova was asking things like that, or why does it keep falling out, you know? And I mean, just like everything else in the Chome's life, they don't want to stick around with you. I mean, it's just full of degeneracy. Nova is now caging himself up. And no, I'm not talking about rage. I'm talking about Nick Rekieta type caging. It's a whole ass mess. I mean, there's just no better way to put it. Just a whole ass mess. So let's go on to one of Nova's questions for these people. I am super pissed off at my biggest enemy, and this was about 2 years ago, so you would think this is Smokey or Kiwi, But nope, it's Paula. It's Paula. Let's start on Friday at about midnight. I got a text from one of my co-workers. Let's call her Paula. I get a text from her claiming that one of my other co-workers, Michael, was taking my shift for extra hours and that I got the day off. And then I asked if I could take over for a day I was supposed to be off. The day I'm writing this. New Year's Day. Then she said I could. Little did I know, this was never my coworker and actually someone who hated me for a while. You know, I didn't read that before I finished that sentence, and now I'm starting to think that this was a troll who knew exactly where Nova worked and was like, hey, so-and-so got off today, just don't come in. And then Nova doesn't show up for work. And then he gets fired like that. Or it could have just been another coworker. In fact, that's even better. That just random strangers who know this guy feel the exact same way. They're like, dude, I cannot spend another shift with the chome. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to text him and tell him that he was off today. We switched, and he never did. That's a good way to get fired, though, chome. I don't think they're going to believe you. Or maybe you could show the text messages and be like, listen, I swear, this is either my biggest hater, Smokey MCC, Kiwi Tapes, or that dastardly Ryan. I hate him. Please do not fire me. Alright, so then we go on to the next one. Fast forward to January 1st. Today, as of writing, alright, I got slow on the chone voice. I show up to work and my manager, let's call him Jay, says that I no-called no-showed on Saturday. It was exactly as I theorized. I was so confused as since he was the manager, I thought he knew since Paula said management had bugged her about the situation. So after crying and venting to some of my long distance friends, Discord kittens, about the situation, I came to notice that Paula never texted me. Oh my god, what a dummy boy. What a dummy boy! It actually wasn't my coworker. I have never been mistaken for my coworkers texting me because I always feel that dread in my stomach. I'm like, oh shit, here we go again. I've now got to come in on my off day. Never has anyone texted me like, dude, let me have your shift today. It's never happened. So the second that Jay comes over to his office, I tried explaining the text and showed the number they were sent from. OP, that isn't Paula's number, said Jay. And at that point, I became thoroughly pissed off. Well, no, duh, dummy boy. Why did you even believe this whatsoever? A little backstory on this troll. Let's call him Richard, as it's another name for, well, you guys know what. This guy started prank texting my number on October 15th. He christened himself with the nickname Regal Eagle. It's kind of ironic because that day I saw the Era Tour movie at the Regal Cinema. He started texting my number and harassing me pretty much daily on text now numbers, so I can't track where he's calling from. How he got my number, I don't know. So the number that texted me claiming to be Paula was actually Richard, just a random person off the internet, I believe. At the time of writing, I still have my job, but I have to call my manager tomorrow, and I highly doubt it I'll have it at that time. He said he would make his update post, but I don't believe there was an update post, or the program the people found this Reddit account with just wasn't able to find it. But I was able to find this, and if you guys remember, it's happened here recently. The chome has tried his hand at tricycle door dashing. It might become the next Olympic sport. Only the chome and a few others have tried it out, but it's gaining some popularity. Nova asks, hello, I'm new to dashing. I have a question for any biker dashers out there. I wanted to know how big the radius was when it came to biking with DoorDash. And this person comments, I haven't gotten any orders farther than 4 miles max, and I use an e-bike. So think about it like this. The chome has told us in the past that he has to drive a very far ways for him to be able to get orders. Like, there's long distances in between, like, places you can eat and houses, apparently, where the chome lives at. So it's just almost impossible for him to actually get any real DoorDash orders. No wonder he never does any, first off. Not only is it due to laziness, it's also due to the fact that he's just not going to get any in general. And also, I guess, because Nova, as he says here, I've been having musculoskeletal problems for the past month with no explanation. Go to a doctor, and I think someone placed a magical curse on me. Never mind, just go to a wizard then. Go find Doctor Strange then, Chome, and try to figure this one out. I had no clue people were putting curses on the Chome, but if you want my opinion, you want my advice on this one, Nova, I want you to do an even more ancient ritual. And I know this is going to sound sketchy and you might not like it at first, but I think, in my humble opinion, if you're able to do this ancient ritual known as diet and exercise, I bet a lot of those problems clear up really fast. And I want to know which one of you guys it is. I know it's one of you. You're watching it right now. You're laying curses on the Chome. But besides the absolute degeneracy that I can't show on YouTube, which I think I suggest going over to Solidus Nova's Twitter account so you can like look at it if you want to see the rest of the degenerate Reddit. I think that's where we're going to call it for right now, and we're going to go ahead and jump into one of my more recent live streams. If you haven't been on my live streams like the last week or so, for some reason, they're all popping right now. Crazy stuff happens every single time I boot up, and it's not even about what I'm booting up the stream for. It's just like, alright, I'm going to talk about Toph. Then Nova starts doing something crazy. Or I'm just going to watch Turkey Tom's video on Gideon. No problem there. And then a genuine multi-millionaire pops up out of nowhere, completely furious. I mean, the streams have been pretty good. So I suggest stopping by. I'm not telling you, but I think it would be nice. I hope to see you guys there, because you might find something like this, where Chome, he's been scheduling his live streams at the same time as mine, trying to catch my attention, and on this night he was playing Mortal Kombat 1, and it was some of the funniest rages I think we've got from the Chome in a very, very long time, and I just so happened to be able to react to it in real time. Okay, back in business. What's going on, Cachette? No, he definitely went live because we were... He said last stream, he was like...
Yeah, that's funny. False chargebacks are a fucking felony.
False chargebacks would suck, but nobody should be donating to you in the first place, Chome. Nobody. So, I don't even know if that's really such a bad thing. But last live stream we had, where we was watching Nova's live at the same time he was up, Nova said, oh, now I've got to watch Chilla too. And, you know, I had this live scheduled for like 2 hours. I normally don't do that. So he was prepared. He was prepared.
Yeah, fuck me.
And if you're wondering, yes, he is live. Let's see who Chome's character is going to be. I feel like he's a Scorpion
being in any
guy.
Of my videos.
Well, no shit, Chome. Why would she? She's barely getting by. And then you're sitting there recording her. The Chome...
I get to ban another person in Twitch chat.
The Chome would be so happy to sympathy bait off his mother. Who is the Chome? Let's see. The Chome is Liu Kang, the savior of the world, or the do-gooder of the Mortal Kombat series. Couldn't be a polar opposite to the Chome. Likes order, cleanliness, was a monk. He's getting washed, bro. Raiden is f***ing him up. He got flawless victory.
You know, he gave me a fucking curse!
It's not that serious, buddy boy. Raiden
low attack! Low attack! Low attack!
The low... The Chome is tired of low blows. He is betrayed consistently,
Finally,
Raiden.
some shots in.
Raiden is one of the most mix-up heavy characters you could ever play. In Mortal Kombat X, I love this dude. He made life so easy. Him and Takeda. Nova, block low.
Okay, I know I've made spamming futures before, but this is actually a dude spamming.
Block low.
They're not even giving me a damn chance. This is actually a spammer.
No, but you just got flawless victory 2 times in a row because you refused to block low or break? Oh my god. Oh,
Picked up Mortal Kombat today.
Thank the Lord. Oh. Oh, you didn't get flawless victory. Okay, we're getting places.
They're going for the damn brutality.
What? I don't
this
even.
thing with a new game. Fuck this shit.
Okay. Okay, so we're just out of here already. Well, that was fast. I guess we can watch a little bit of Toph, and then we'll jump back to that. The chome was already done. It was a 5-minute stream. The chances of him coming back kind of slim. I don't know. He might come back and play Fortnite. We'll see. All right, let's go ahead and see what Toph's doing. Who is the chome? Alright, alright, Steve. I don't know Tekken as well, unfortunately, so...
Oh, yeah, no,
Switches to Tekken, immediately gets flawless victoried as well. Oh, but wait, no, the chome's making a comeback, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't normally play Steve.
Gets washed again. Oh, Bossman Jack, he was getting destroyed in MKX. Well, MK1, excuse me. I'm not surprised. That was bad. You're right, Sheridan. No bans coming your way, unfortunately. Yeah, I heard I was in Chin's new video, Rose. Somehow I can almost see in the future. I can almost see myself being in another one right now.
That was a warm-up. That was a warm-up.
Well, Nova, you've lost this every time we see you. The pressure is on
I
him.
normally play Steve. That could be why.
I'm sure.
Hype train coming up.
Alright guys, that's about enough for me. Nova just continued to get washed for like another 2 matches. He didn't even react that hard. I think he yelled at me for watching him, but it wasn't even that entertaining. We left shortly after that. So, I guess that's where we'll end things here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, follow all the socials down below, use the hype feature, leave a comment as well, and I'll catch you guys next time.